mysterious person today gave me this certificate that says I'm officially a member of Team Unknown, signed Zelgarath. Who this mysterious person is? Zelgarath himself.
I'm here in Absol's videos.
When worlds collide and many street passes occur. Zelgarath and I only hung out briefly on Friday because he did not have a Friday pass. Therefore, I did not get too much video that day. I spent most of the day hanging out with some other online friends, exploring PAX in awe, and eating some pretty darn good Chinese food. Right now I'm here in the free play station, where you can pretty much just rent games and play them. And we're about to play Dinky King Tropical Shiver.
That we are.
PAX East, day 2. Today I'm hopefully going to be meeting up with Shiny Hunter Matt and Zelgarath again. I know I'm a shadow right now, but really I want to show off how big the crowd is. It's crazy. Hopefully I'll find them. Gonna have to use like Twitter to find them. This is gonna be interesting. But right now I'm descending onto the floor. Looks like it's gonna be a great time. Let's do this.
It's quite amazing.
Playing a brand new video game developed in the year 2014. Right now, I have the ceremonial drink of Mountain Dew. We are checking street passes, trying to complete puzzle swap. I believe Zell just did again. And we actually haven't street passed each other yet, surprisingly.
This is my goal here. And I'm merely 1.8 million.
This is like one of the best street pass opportunities I've ever had. I'm probably gonna hit 1,000 tags soon. And I came in here with about 700. I believe I'm receiving a piece right now from Chugga Conroy. I believe I street passed him, but I'm not entirely sure. I think this is him though. His name was Chugga from Georgia, so had to be. We're currently trying to trick our DSs into street passing each other, and nothing seems to be really working so far. We tried turning off the wireless and turning it back on both of them at the same time. Maybe it's just not destiny that we street pass.
Parallel dimensions.
Finally. So right now, this is an opportunity for us to shout out to our biggest fan, Bruce Game Freak.
Hi, Bruce.
Wish you could have made it.
I have street passes.
So now we're back down here, and we found Matt successfully. And there's a Pikachu 3DS Club, and I'm just sitting here with my old Zelda one. I'm getting pretty far in Puzzle Swap, though. Now, Matt and I are about to have a battle. And this is going to be pretty intense. I'm probably not going to film the whole battle here, though. I'm probably going to take the battle video and narrate over it in a minute, so that's how it's going to go. It's a battle between Matt and I. I lead with my crazy Sticky Web Cricketune, and he leads with a Neuroris. I go for the Sticky Web first off, managed to outspeed it. It goes for Hyper Beam, but luckily I have a Focus Sash, so I can hold on to that. Really all I needed to do was set up the Sticky Web, but I go for the Perish Song next turn just to encourage a swap out while it's having to recharge. Then I go for an Infestation, just in case something happens where I can't be taken out the next turn. But he goes for the Ancient Power and takes out Kricketune. Doesn't have much of a use anyway after that. I send out my Hawlucha, and that pretty much forces out the switch to his Talonflame Kookaroo. I go for the high jump kick, doesn't do much. I swap out knowing that that thing might have Gale Wings on it. So I swap into my Manectric. It actually goes for the Roost to recover from the hit. So he withdraws Kookaroo next turn. We're pretty much chasing each other all around this battle. I get the Sticky Web on the Pangoro and I Mega Evolve my Manectric. Intimidate works pretty nicely. I get in a Thunderbolt. Don't quite take it out, but I manage to get in a Flamethrower the next turn, and down goes Pangoro. Next he sends out his Slurpuff, which I was kind of scared of at first. I just go for the Thunderbolt, hoping to do quite a bit of damage, and he sets up the Light Screen. So I'm pretty sure this isn't a Belly Drum Slurpuff. But anyway, the next turn I go for the Volt Switch and take it out, and I manage to get in a free switch out to my Unfezant. And he sends out his Heliolisk, and I managed to slow it down enough to get in a Night Slash, and this Unfezant always gets a critical hit no matter what due to its ability Super Luck and the Razor Claw. I get paralyzed, meaning I won't be able to outspeed it the next turn, and it takes me out with Thunderbolt. I send out my Porygon 2 now, and this is an Eviolite Porygon 2 with Analytic from my Black 2. And I go for the conversion first turn just to turn into a Ghost type because I have Shadow Ball on this thing. This will help me with its glaring fighting weakness, although this Pokemon doesn't have any fighting type moves for sure. He sends out his Greninja after this, and he goes for the Night Slash, which is a pretty good move on his part. It does quite a bit of damage, but not a lot because I still have Eviolite on this thing. Porygon 2 is pretty darn bulky. He then sends out his Kookaroo again, goes for a Flame Charge, gets in a little damage and gets the speed. I managed to get in a Shadow Ball without the Paralyze. He roosts, and I go for the Shadow Ball once more, because, you know, I have the same type of attack bonus on that thing. Continues the roost, and I actually managed to get past the Paralyze every turn somehow, really, which is really nice. Then he sends out his Aurorus again. Don't get quite as lucky this turn. The Hyper Beam goes first and takes me out. So then I send out my Giraffrake named Cool Giraffe. I go for the Psychic. It has decent special attack, but it's obviously not enough to take out an Aurorus fast enough. It goes for the Hyper Beam again, which gets the Ice type bonus, but I managed to live it, and I take out Aurorus with Thunderbolt. Overall, a pretty fun match, pretty nice, especially considering the fact that we were surrounded by hundreds or thousands of people and it was super loud in there. Yeah. That's Street Pass number 1000. And we're in this lounge area where there are basically hundreds of people with 3DSs. There we go.
You did it! You did it!
It's complete. Overall, I had the time of my life at PAX, and after parting ways with Zell, Matt, and many other online friends, I flew back on Sunday to resume my regular life. However, my adventures with Pokemon are far from over, and I feel that someday soon, we will all meet again. Till next time.